a journey like no other. In 18 short days, 350 young people have travelled across India and met unsung heroes who have brought new ideas and technologies and a better life to hundreds of thousands of people in remote villages and small towns. This eclectic group of engineers, artists and entrepreneurs has been picked out of 10,000 applicants from India and abroad. That the voyage has been an inspiring experience is obvious as they near the journey's end.
रूरल डेवलपमेंट जो है, जो मैंने ग्राम विकास ओडिशा में देखी थी, वहाँ पे जो कुछ बनाया है उन्होंने गांव, और वही पादरी जी ने हमें केरल में बताया था कि वाटर मैनेजमेंट, वो जो मेरे गांव में मैं इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहता हूँ. मेरा गांव बेसिकली ड्रॉट एरिया से आता है, तो इसके लिए मैं बहुत सीधी चीजें वो इम्प्लीमेंट करने से वाटर कंजर्वेशन हो सकता है, वो मैं करूँगा.
There are many others like Amol who plan to take back what they have seen to their own villages or towns. The trip has introduced them to many social and business models and the entrepreneurs who built these models, like Bankar Roy, who is responsible for putting Tilonia, a small village in the Ajmer district of Rajasthan, on the world map by setting up the Barefoot College. It is modelled on the concept learn by doing and aims to give villagers economic independence. Every year, architects, engineers and craftsmen graduate from the college. They have no formal education or degree, but know their jobs well.
I think the World Bank model and the UN model has failed because it's top down. Because you don't take the capacity and competence of people from below and take their skills into account and take their knowledge into account. And you don't need someone from outside to tell you what to do in a rural area in India.
21-year-old Sulekha agrees. She hopes to implement what she has seen in Tilonia in her own village in Rajuri, Maharashtra. She had to walk 5 kilometers every day to a school in the next village for high school and then move to Pune.
आज का जो तिलोनिया का देखा, सच में ऐसा लगता है कि हम स्वर्ग में हैं और ऐसा ही कुछ करना चाहिए गांव के लिए. गांव की डेवलपमेंट बहुत ज़रूरी है और हम युवा बहुत सारे गांव से आए हैं, बहुत सारे शहर से हैं, लेकिन ज़्यादातर लोग गांव के हैं और सबको इंस्पिरेशन मिला होगा कि कुछ करना है.
The problem faced by Indian rural folk seemed familiar to many of the international participants on this train. 28-year-old Samson from South Africa is an environment educator, and he says a lot of the problems faced by the poor in South Africa are the same, and that only entrepreneurs can bring about a positive change.
One of the things that I've learned is that when you talk about social entrepreneurship, you mustn't be looking at actually gaining as an individual, but you must actually be looking at helping the community. So whatever enterprise or business that you put together, it must be of benefit to the community as a whole.
But will the idealism last after the journey?
I believe that the process that we have followed, the experiential learning that we have given, the whole thing about going out into India to discover, not doing it in a conference room, itself is very transformational. And finally, frankly, I also push them to say, when you go back, you will feel disappointed. When you go back, the hard chattan, as I call it, of the reality of life will kill the idealism in you. In fact, I had a very long session in this room just the other day to say, be careful, because all this idealism may go over. They pushed back very strongly. They said, no, that will not be the case.
Shashank's faith is reinforced by other organizers who had undertaken a similar journey in 1997 to commemorate 50 years of independence.
Hello, Yatris. We require Group I to...
Nilesh took up community service after that.
I think the generation today is more evolved and in touch with the reality. That doesn't mean that we were not, but it's very empowered with all the technological advancements that we've made. Now today, each of these yatris is either on a blogging site or on an SMS networking site.
Finally, Tilonia's Roy has some very drastic advice for young people looking to bring about a positive change.
If you're in an urban area, go 100 kilometers down the road and go to the first village and live there. That's what I'd like to tell everybody. Don't go through any courses. Don't go through any professional courses because they're not going to give you the answer. Don't join any NGO. Start one yourself.
The changing terrain from Rajasthan to Gujarat on the last leg of this journey mirrors the emotions of many of the travellers, from happy to solemn. Soon 350 of them would get off the train, many of whom know that the real journey of realizing their dreams would have just begun. For Mint, Mehak Asbeka.